I gotta try to turn this around. I don't know why it did that. Let me see if I can figure this out. Turn around, turn around. There we go. See? I don't know why I did that. I had it turned the right way. Oh, it's 7 o'clock. Perfect timing. Very nice, yeah? Let me see if I can get this. Okay. That's kind of funky. Kind of fun. No, that's all right, I guess, huh? You know what? I need to get my apron because I'm a mess when I deal with flour. I am a mess when I deal with flour, for sure. In fact, all I did was get everything out here, and I got some on the counter. I didn't even do anything hardly. Actually, that's not true. I did do a couple things. So, tie that in a cute little bow. Let me get this out of the way. I got someone talking to me. Sorry. So, hello everybody. I am Tasha, your Simple Solutions Specialist, and you are live. I am live from the Smoky Mountain Homestead. You are watching me live from the Smoky Mountain Homestead. Yeah, so I got a couple things. I told you we were going to talk about cheese. Actually, what I'm talking to you about is my cheese failure of the day. I had some whey left over from making goat cheese, and I did my first attempt at making ricotta with it, and needless to say, it didn't work. It just never curdled up at all. And I had it at the right temperature and everything, but I think what the problem was is that my my whey was too old. Because I made the cheese a couple days ago, and ideally when you make it, you're supposed to you make your cheese and then put the whey right back into the pot, and then you make your cheese then. So that's probably what the problem was. So next time I make cheese, my cousin says thank you. So next time I make goat cheese, I will go ahead and do the whole process and try the ricotta. And actually, it's not ricotta cheese. It's called tomate cheese, which is the goat milk version of ricotta. It's just a different name. Yeah, so I was kind of bummed about that. I was all excited to be able to have ricotta because I wanted to make some lasagna. But it didn't happen. Whatever. So, yeah. So that happened. Yeah. And it was a lot of whey. It was like 12 cups. And I could have given it to the chickens. And I could have used it for all kinds of other things. But I didn't. And now I'm bummed I had to get rid of it. Because once you add the citric acid and everything to it, I can't give it to my chickens. And I added some rennet to it and stuff. So, yeah, I was bummed. So the neighbor's dog is out running around. And I'll bet my dogs are going to go crazy once they see her. Maybe not. Biscuit. So, tonight I am going to, oh, guess what? I wanted to tell you guys, my very best friend in the whole world, we lived across the street from each other when we lived in San Diego. She sold her house there and moved to Louisiana. She's got some family that lives there, and so she's going to be coming up with her grandson this week to visit. And it's the first time she's been up here, so I'm really, really excited. Yeah, I'm excited. She's a mess. She's a great time. I love her. So tonight, I'm going to be making tortillas because remember I told you that, you know, Darian can move through some tortillas. And if they're fresh tortillas, I'll make one batch and they're gone like that day. So, and you can't really, I mean, you can make them stop and then freeze it, but I don't like doing it that way, not freezing it. I don't like to freeze them because they get kind of like doughy. Even if you stick them in the fridge, they get doughy and icky, and I'd rather just make them fresh and just be done with it. So, and just make smaller batches at a time because it's really not that difficult. Oh my God, these dogs. Hang on. No, go. Go. See, I knew it. People let their dogs just run around wherever. My dogs go crazy. So, to start with, like, I already got flour all over the place, and I haven't even really hardly done anything. Oh, I will tell you that on this, I have a cookie sheet here with a towel on it that I'm going to be putting them on, the little dough balls on, but I floured this ahead of time because if I don't, they will stick to that, and I don't want that to happen. So we are going to do 4 cups of flour, and one of the tricks to keeping them nice and light is to not like scoop your measuring cup into there like that, because it packs your flour down. You want to actually get it out with the scoop and then go like that, because it kind of aerates it. Nobody wants a tough tortilla. That'd be nasty. I've had them though. There's a place in San Diego that I think it's called Coyote Cafe, and they have ladies out there making fresh tortillas all the time, and oh, they're so good. They're just like my grandma used to make. Shout out to my grandma who used to make, she's not with us anymore, the best tortillas. They were so good. Nothing like a grandma made tortilla. Okay, so we've got 4 cups of flour. Knock, knock. I don't know where I want to put that. All right. So 4 cups of flour, and we need a teaspoon of salt. So I don't know about you. So you probably noticed I only use the one measuring cup. Like, I know a lot of people like leave them all attached and then throw the whole thing in the sink. But I'm like, why do I want to wash all of them when I only dirtied one? So, and I do the same thing with my measuring spoons. I only use what I need, which is kind of funny. So I'm using sea salt here. You can use just regular table salt, whatever. We just don't. I mean, we have regular table salt. That was 1 teaspoon. But I mostly use it for like cleaning things, because it's great for that. But yeah, for something like this, I would do sea salt. I wouldn't do something like Himalayan sea salt or any of the fancy salts, just because those are more expensive. And these are tortillas, guys. Come on, it's not that difficult. And we need 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Baking powder. I was just reading, and I can't remember, I wish I could tell you what it was, but I was reading something about how to make your own baking powder. It's just like 2 ingredients, and I can't remember for the life of me what they were. But it can't be that difficult. I mean, it's baking powder, right? Hey, Kathleen, how are you? Oh, sorry about that. I'm going to start breaking stuff. All right, there's that. And so that's just flour, salt, and baking powder. So I'm going to mix that up all happy. So the next ingredient is lard. You can use shortening, but you're going to get a different consistency. They'll be a lot softer, and they won't crisp up as much on the outside, but with lard they get nice and crispy kind of on the outside and soft on the inside. And I know some people, they're like, oh, use olive oil or whatever. I'm like, I'm kind of a purist when it comes to my tortillas. I've been spoiled. So this is half a cup plus 3 tablespoons. This is obviously just a half cup, but I gotta get the 3 tablespoons still. And I do render my own lard too, but I have some out in the fridge, but I'm saving it because I want to use it to make soap. So, because I normally use tallow, and so I thought I'd try it with some lard. So that'll probably be another one of my, you can make soap with like frickin' anything, like even like bacon grease. You don't even, like, just strain it out, and all you really need is the fat, Hey, Cherie, I thought it was your dinner time, girl. So we have half a cup plus 3 tablespoons. That was 2, though. I need 1 more. Of lard. Like I said, if you want, you can render your own. A lot of times if you go to the butcher, just ask for leaf fat. So, which is different than the fat on the other parts of the pig. So, and it's the part that's like around the kidneys. And it's got really good flavor. It's delicious. Okay, so there's that. And then we use our handy dandy pastry blender. So we're just going to blend this in, and you kind of got to eyeball it because you want it to be like crumbly, because we're going to add the water to this afterwards to make the dough. And usually I actually have Darian do that part because I don't want to have to take my rings off and the dough gets all up in there, you know. So. Yeah, I remember my grandma, she would make tortillas and there'd be like the whole countertop and all you would see is like towels over it and little lumps underneath it because she would get the towels moist to keep the dough from drying out because she would make like big giant batches all at once. So, and I would, but yeah, like I said, I don't like to do the big batches of them unless I have a lot of people coming over because they don't I mean you can refrigerate them and freeze them, but they get kind of doughy. I don't like that. So I'd rather have fresh tortillas. Look at, I'm getting stuff all over me. I'm a mess when I cook with flour, that's for sure. All right, that's about right. Now I have a 1.5 cups of filtered water. So I think I'm going to get a wooden spoon. Hang on. So I'll start it out with this. And then I'll eventually have to get my hands in there and get all feely-bedeely with it. And it doesn't take, I mean, really, it doesn't take long. So I was thinking, this is why I said I wanted your guys' opinion. And make sure you, if you don't have an opinion, you'll be like, I don't care, I don't give a crap. But, so I have my other page, my Smoky Mountain Home page. And I have this page, my Simple Solution Specialist page. I also have my personal page. And then I've got like several other groups that I moderate for or, you know, admin for. And it's a lot. It's just a lot to do, you know. So I was thinking about maybe incorporating my Simple Solution Specialist stuff in with just put it all under the Smoky Mountain Homestead page. But I don't know if the audience on that page would be interested in the things that I talk about on this page. So I don't know. It's a quandary, you guys. All right, everybody move over. So get some flour out here. And you don't want to over knead it because you'll end up with tough dough. And like I said, no one wants a tough tortilla. And dump it out. Made a mess over there too. All right. So it's a little still crumbly. I got little crumblies on the bottom there. I got to get those incorporated. So it's just a really quick stick it in my hands because you don't want to. It's kind of like when you make biscuits, you don't want to like handle the dough too much if you don't have to. All right. Actually pretty good. Right. When Darian found out I was going to make tortillas tonight, he's like, what? He makes really good tortillas. Like, he does the whole thing. He just gets in here and makes them. I'm like, I'll let you. All right. That's pretty good. Kind of, you just want it to be, you know, like dough, like silky and happy. Now I got stuff all over. Watch me touch my glasses. I'll get stuff all over. So, this is the way my grandma did it. I don't know if you guys can see me. So she would just take the dough and pinch it kind of and pull off a piece. And that was it. I need some more flour, but yeah, and then she would just roll it in there. You kind of gotta, there you go. And that's it. So I need some more flour though. Ah. Man, I just got dough all over my handle. Man. All right, so this usually makes about 20-ish tortillas. Oh, that's a lot of dough. I'm gonna put some of that back. Super easy. I don't put a damp towel over mine just because my batch isn't nearly as big as my grandma's. If I was making, 50 at a time, 100 at a time, I probably would. But I'm not. And the guys will be happy. They're like, yeah, they love fresh tortillas. So we would just eat them with butter and salsa. That's it. And sometimes just butter. And sometimes just the tortilla. They're so good. And they're so versatile, you don't have to, like, hi Joy. Yeah, you can use them with just about anything. My hands are all sticky. But Darian's favorite is tacos. So, when it's time for tacos, you gotta have, he likes the crunchy tacos. So if I'm doing that, I'm like, I'm not up to freaking frying the dough or the tortillas. So I just buy the corn tortillas for that. But this is like, but for anything else, if you want soft tortillas, this is absolutely the way to go. I think these are going to end up being bigger than normal, but that's all right. It's not like the guys will care. My grandma, she was really good at doing the whole, I totally cheat when I flatten them out, I'll show you. She would go like that, and like pat them out and make them all perfect and flat and nice and everything. Man, every time I've tried to do that, they end up like little freaking hockey pucks. They're the worst. So I'm like, never mind. I got no shame and I'll cheat. I don't care. So, almost done. See, this is super easy. Can't beat fresh tortillas. There is nothing like it, man. It is so good. And these will all probably be gone by the morning. Because Alan always gets up in the middle of the night and has a snack. I'm pretty sure one of these is going to be a snack. So I got, how many did I get out of this? I got 1, 2, 3 times 5 is 15. Oh, I got 16. Yeah, because I made them too big. But that's all right. That's all right. They'll still be good. It's not an exact science. Okay, I'm going to go wash my hands really quick. All right. So, as you can see, I've got a mess to clean up later on. Oh, yay. Man, I've been in this kitchen freaking all day. I gotta turn on this burner. Man, our neighbors are total gearheads. They've been working on that car out there, and they're like, rum, rum, rum. I'm like, it's going. It works, okay? Irritating. That's all right. Okay, so I'm going to bring these over here and my magic tool that I will show you. I'm sure you guys have seen it, though. All right, now I'm bringing you guys over here. See, I don't like that light. So I want to show you guys something. This tortilla iron was my grandmother's. Look what she did to it. It's got a big old chunk out of the side of it. It's cast iron. I have no idea how she did that, but that's a talented woman. She must have dropped it and it like busted or something. I don't know. I'm like, weird, but this was my grandma's. So we are making tortillas on, how's that? Is that better? That's a little bit better, huh? So shout out to my cousin, Randy, who sent me this tortilla press. How awesome is that? Yes, I totally cheat. I just press them in this and it makes them nice and flat, and then I put them on there. One of the things, oh, I need to bring the flour over, is that you need to, a lot of people when they use a tortilla press, the tortilla can stick to the inside. So, but because we don't use plastic wrap, I just use flour. Yes, I do. And that makes it easy. I don't know if you guys can see me. Should I bring you a little bit closer? Excuse my messy kitchen. I've got all kinds of stuff going on. I've got stuff going on over there for, I'm making homemade garlic salt, and I'm going to be posting that video. I probably won't post it on this page, or I'll probably post it either on the Smoky Mountain Homestead page or just on my YouTube channel. So if you want to see that, you are free to go and do Smoky Mountain Homestead on YouTube and hit the subscribe button so that when I post it, you'll get a notification. So that's getting kind of toasty. You know, the first one is always kind of like the first pancake. It doesn't come out right, so you kind of like throw it to the dogs or something. That's what my mom says. My mom says that your first husband is like your first pancake. It doesn't come out right, so you toss it and get a new one. I'm like, Mama. Okay, so I'm going to flour this little baby. And you don't need much, so just enough so it doesn't stick. Yeah, this is a very floury process, so there's like flour everywhere. I just stick it in there. Press it down. One of the hard parts about this for me is because I'm short on both ends. Ah, see, it did stick. I didn't use enough flour. That's right. It's still coming off. See, the first one, it's like the first pancake. Now I can't remember what I was telling you. Yeah, because I'm short on both ends, so it makes it kind of hard sometimes, but there. Well, that'll have to do. Oh, I need a spatula. Now that my hands are all dirty, that's great. You know, my grandma had these tough fingers where she could just like pick it up off the thing, and I'm like, no way, Grandma. It's too hot. And you'll be able to tell when they start to be done on the other side because it'll start to bubble up. You'll be able to see that. Let's add some more flour to this. Copious amounts of flour. Yeah, you do go through a lot of flour doing this. I mean, it is 4 cups, but that's all right. Like we said, you know, homemade tortillas are absolutely worth it, right? Ugh. That one didn't stick as bad. Once you start getting the that like flour coating on there, and the other thing about this is, I think I'm gonna need to wash this. Because these are these are small tortillas. They're not the big burrito size. So if Darian wants those, he lets me know and I buy those. But otherwise, we just do these. Look, no, not yet. Ooh, it's going to be so good. Ooh, I'm going to get a knife. Yeah, so if you guys didn't, I don't think you guys were here earlier when I told you I was trying to make tomate cheese today, which is like the goat milk version of ricotta. And that was like, wah, wah. I think my whey wasn't, you have to use really, really fresh whey. So I think it was too old. I think I waited a day or two too long, which is a bummer, but that's all right. Come on, man, come on. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's starting to bubble up a little bit. I'm all watching it, like it's going to jump up or something. If it did, I'd probably have a cow. Let me see. It's getting there. I'll show you. Let's see if you guys can. Oh, last time I did this, it like made me do something weird. See if you can see that. Oh, see? It's rotate your device. There we go. I know. I need to figure out how to be a better filmer is what I need to do. Among all the other million things I need to figure out how to do. I wrote an ebook and I got to figure out how to freaking format that thing. I can't figure it out. There's too many things to do. A little more. I just don't want it to be doughy in the middle. One of the things is if you don't, I've seen a lot of recipes that only call for like 2-3 tablespoons of lard. And I'm like, that's not going to, you'll end up with like a dough disc that's super like brittle. It doesn't sound delicious at all. I tore this one, it's got a hole in it. Not like the guys are gonna care. So that's all it is, you guys, to making tortillas. I mean, it takes longer to sit here and cook them than it does to actually make the dough. So it's really not that big of a deal. I'm totally gonna eat one of these suckers. Yeah, so let me know what you think about me combining Simple Solution Specialist under Smoky Mountain Homestead, because my website right now is Simple Solution Specialist, and the Smoky Mountain Homestead is under that. But I think I'm gonna switch them. I'm gonna have to totally redo my freaking website, of course. But I'm not sure if everybody is going to, there it is. I gotta let it cool off before I bite it. I'm not sure if people on my homestead page would be interested in things like zero waste and things like that. So maybe I'll put a post on that page too and see what everybody thinks. And then I'll probably have to pay to boost that post though. So unless you guys go over to that page and then feel free to share it, that would help a lot. Yeah, so there we go. It's a tortilla. Yeah, see, that's the one with a hole in it. But look, it's a nice, beautiful tortilla. Ooh, it's hot. Hot, hot baby. All right, let's try this sucker, even though it's hot. Just tear a piece off. Ah, ouch. Ooh, ow, hot. Hello, ow. Ooh, it's getting all mad at me. Oh, hot. Oh my God, they're so good. Mmm. So, one of the tricks is to make sure that you do add the baking powder. Because if you don't, they're not like super fluffy in the middle. Mmm. Hot dang. Those are good. And then you can also do like, you could do like garlic tortillas and put minced garlic in there. You could do, in fact, you know what you could do? Check this stuff out. If you don't want pieces of garlic in it, you can buy garlic juice. We actually bought this for the chickens. We put it in their water. It's good for their digestion. Yeah, so, all right. I think that pan is getting a little too hot. Let's turn it down a little. Yeah, so, that's it. That's all there is to making tortillas, you guys. I mean, it's not rocket science, because we all know that if it was rocket science, I would not be doing it, right? Ta-da. Then you just grab it, throw it on there. Boop. What do I do with my towel? Did you guys see my towel? There it is. Yeah, so that's it. Flour, salt, baking soda, lard, and water. And on top of that, the good part is for one thing, they're fresh. You know exactly what's in it. You can pick your own ingredients. If you want to buy organic, buy organic. If you want non-GMO, get non-GMO. And then the other thing is you don't have to deal with those little plastic bags that they come in, which is really cool because those things are not, they're bad. I mean, they can be recycled, but here's the thing is why should we recycle something when we don't have to, when we don't even have to, when we can just refuse it in the first place? You know what I mean? Ta-da! Yeah, so that's it for tonight. So don't forget to go, oops, I'm gonna put some more flour on this. Don't forget to go over to my YouTube channel if you want to see the video on homemade garlic salt. And you can follow me on Instagram. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Pinterest. I'm on Twitter. I'm all over the place. If you go to the YouTube channel, down in the description below this, I will post all the places where you can get a hold of me. Or, if you know where I live, you could just come and say hi. How's that? So, that is, check this guy. Oh, he's done. All right, that's it for tonight. So go make yourself some tortillas. And go have something really yummy. Homemade tastes way better than it. Oh, heck yeah. Homemade anything is probably just better. I mean, unless you can't cook. But, and you know what? I'm like the guy in Ratatouille. Anyone can cook. Although Alan says, anyone can cook. Maybe not well, but anyone can cook. So that's it for tonight. Yeah. So go make some tortillas and post in here and show me some pictures. Let's see how they turn out. Love you guys. Peace out. Be the change.